India's ambitions for renewable energy and achieving a net zero carbon footprint have had a tremendous impact on the automotive industry. While several technological collaborations have come into play, there are still many constraints in the regulatory environment in India. Also, potentially a weak IP regime and supply chain issues. All of these have led to very unique non-equity, non-M&A partnerships in the Indian market between OEMs and technology players. For a successful partnership, the first aspect is just defining the background IP, who owns the IP rights, and is the technology partner willing to commit the IP to the joint venture. Second is what products and technology are going to be developed together by the OEM and the Indian partner. And third is the foreground IP that will be jointly developed. Who is going to own those, and are those going to be licensed to third parties? The other aspect to be mindful of is that the capitalization obligations of the OEM and the obligations with respect to technology advancements by the tech partner are balanced and aligned. So if the technology requires to be scaled up, it's important to build in rights that allow for new partners to come into the arrangement, as well as appropriate IP protections, with some restrictions as to future licensing. Given the non-equity nature of these partnerships, it's also important for parties to consider resource allocation. Who will contribute when and what? Because clearly there is no one joint venture company here. And then we come to termination and exit rights. It's very important to be able to structure termination and exit rights appropriately so that there is continuous support to the product as well as life cycle support. This will help to minimize any risks and disruptions to the business. Given the push to make India a manufacturing hub, besides traditional PE investments in the EV and mobility platforms, I think we can expect to see these partnerships also move on to the larger mobility ecosystem. For example, mobility as a service, connectivity, and autonomous driving. We can also expect to see a lot of Indian companies investing in existing OEMs owned by the Chinese who are looking to divest in India on account of their inability to bring in fresh capital because of the Press Note 3 restrictions. Also, foreign OEMs are selling some of their manufacturing facilities and exiting the country. This is a good opportunity for Indian OEMs who are looking to increase their EV offerings in India to take up these facilities.